Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. CitizenCon 2019 has just been, and we have a couple of weeks of anniversary expo to look forward to. There was a huge amount that I want to make videos on and to cover, and I'll probably be doing at least 3 videos a day for a little while. There was a lot of new ships discussed at CitizenCon, some of which are available in 3.7.2, 3.8, others new to concept, but 4 they are working on that you wouldn't actually know they're working on unless you attended the ship panel at CitizenCon. And I suspect we might even see some more ships unveiled during the expo, whether they be concepted or straight to flyable. But let's talk about the Kraken Privateer, the Argo Mole, the Pisces C8 and C8X, and 4 more secret vehicles and ships. Some updates to ships like the Carrack, Banu Merchantman, and delays to some of those ships in 3.8. I'm sorry if my voice is a little hoarse, nay, but I have been talking all weekend and shouting. The Anvil Pisces is in a C8, which is like the standard version, and the C8X variant. They are straight to flyable in 3.7.2, which, at time of recording, should be going live in the next few hours. There is a pilot seat and 2 jump seats as well as room for someone else to stand, so potentially you could be taking 3 to 4 people around in this ship, and there's also room for 4 SCU of cargo. This is a very useful little shuttle. The ship has 2 size 1 weapons, at least the C8 variant does. It's not a snub either. None of the variants are snubs. The ship has a quantum drive and room for a jump drive too. It's just a small ship, making it a very viable standalone ship or companion to a lot of vessels, or as a shuttle for some players. The C8X version has a different paint job, a little cool white livery, and 2 more size 1 weapons, bringing it up to 4 size 1s, but is otherwise the same as the C8. The ship is very small at 13 by 10 by 3.25 meters. The Carrack comes with a Pisces C8 as standard, the standard variant, not the Expedition. The C8X is the Expedition version. The Carrack has been delayed until February 2020. It will still be in the Alpha 3.8 branch, but it's going to be in February. The Prowler has been pushed to March, and the Cutlass Red has been pushed to January as well. They're all still going to be part of the 3.8 branch, though. The Carrack has a cool shutter for its cockpit, a repair room, a drone room, a holosphere and table on the bridge. It was confirmed to have 456 SCU of cargo space as well, and swappable cargo pods where that cargo space is, so you're going to see some modularity there in the future. These pods will be swappable as well with other ships in its category, whatever that means. It has 4 turrets total, 3 manned ones on the sides and bottom. They're sort of like articulated and extendable like the hammerhead turrets, and there's also a remote turret on the top. There is a hexagonal pool table and 5 bunk beds for the crew, with a shared bathroom, a private captain's quarters as well. The drone room's got 4 drones, 2 can be operated at a time, and there's 2 seats for that. There was a conversation about whether an arrow could fit in the Carrack's bay. They did refer to the Pisces being similarly shaped and sized as the arrow, and they said maybe, but it's intended for the Pisces, not the arrow, so let's have a play when we have it in our hands, I suppose. The Argo Mole is a new medium-sized mining ship that is coming to us with 3.8. 4 crew can mine together is the idea with this ship. It's aimed as sort of like somewhere in between the Prospector and Orion. It's a medium mining ship. It kind of operates like a few Prospectors stuck together. It's got 3 mining turrets, which can all be individually operated. Twice the storage of a Prospector is what they said at the event as well. So expect 64 SCU. I do believe they also said it will have saddlebags, or be able to fill up little side bags like the Prospector can fill up as well and deploy them and come back later and collect them, or get something else to collect them later. These lasers can work together to mine minables and rocks, all work on separate nodes. They can also all have different mining gear, so you can use them to mine a wide range of minables in the way that you want. And 3.8 is going to have a load of these new mining heads and new mining gear as well that you'll be able to use on it, so that'll be interesting to see how people load their ships out. The Kraken Privateer is a concept variant of the Kraken that focuses on being more of a mobile services and space station rather than a carrier. It's intended to compete in some ways, at least with the Banu Merchantman. Though the Banu Merchantman is more cargo and trade focused, the Privateer is more focused on allowing a few ships to land on it at a time. The real similarity, though, is the shops on board the ships. The Privateer sacrifices 80% of the Kraken's normal cargo space, and its Dragonfly bays do fit in 10 modular shops that are swappable, and you can change the archetypes of instead. The main cargo area is replaced with 8 public shops that will be run by an NPC crew that you can hire. You will select an archetype of a shop, like a clothing store or component store, then add the stock, and then select your prices. Items that you stock will be subject to the laws and jurisdiction that you are in, so bear that in mind when moving through space. Some areas are going to see some goods as illegal or confiscatable. Each shop has their own cargo grid for stock as well. There are also 2 shops where the Dragonfly bays were in the Kraken. This is a private market, sort of like a behind closed doors for private trades or invite only, or only people that the ship owners allowed to get access there can get there. Here is a more appropriate place to do some of your more dodgy dealings or maybe very, very valuable items. The Privateer needs to accommodate 10 more crew, as there are NPCs that are going to need to be working in the shops, so it has 10 more habs to cover that. The shops are planned to utilise similar technology to the modular shops and stations, but they've been building out for Alpha 3.8, and it was confirmed that the Banu Merchantman shops will also work in the same way, being modular choices. Then you stock them and then have NPCs running them. The Privateer only has 768 SU of cargo space compared to the standard Kraken having 3,792. There are some ships that you might not have been aware of that were mentioned at CitizenCon 2 on the second stage. They were talking about future concept ideas and things that they had been looking at and might be working on in the near future. They are currently unnamed as projects, or they didn't share their names, but there was, well, let's start with number 1, a ground mining vehicle for 1 to 2 players, allowing you to carry an extended inventory, mine lootables and put them in your basically your little buggy, as well as being able to mount a mining laser on it and detect minables. So it is literally a prospector on wheels almost. It was a buggy with a drill attached, which I quite like the idea of. There was a number 2, a Cheyenne cargo ship for a small crew with around 300 SCU in cargo to sort of compete with the Hull B or Freelancer Max. Not a favourite of mine, but I do see the need to flesh out a set of ships for each race. So I do want to see an alien cargo ship, fighter, and other ships for them, that sort of thing. So I'm sure it will have some form of quirk as well that makes it unique for the Cheyenne. There's also the Tavaran Light Fighter, intended to sort of be an escort fighter for the Prowler. It's going to have advanced shields, 2 size 4 mounts, be reasonably stealthy, have a small profile. The ship's concept silhouettes looked amazing. Interesting fighters to flash out. The races are obviously important as well. The Tavaran are cool bird samurai, and I'm sure their fighters would be amazing. 4, and the last one, is the starter refinery ship. This was hugely popular with the audience there. It would be for 1 person and have a living quarters, and has tractor beams that can help you grab materials to bring to your ship to then refine. But the idea here is that you can get a mining ship like a prospector or mule and then get that unrefined material into the starter refinery and then refine it into more valuable ore. So it would work really well in a group, and I can certainly see one being very useful for mining operations, or if you're not able to easily access a refinery station to refine your minerals down. It's going to save you a lot of funds potentially, as you won't need to pay for a station to refine it, make stuff a lot more efficient potentially in lots of areas. I really like that idea. Talking to some of the devs as well about vehicles and ships, there seems to be 20 devs working currently sort of like dedicated on ships for the persistent universe at the moment, and a large portion of people that were ships guys or are ships guys but are working on Squadron 42 vehicles, ships and environments separate from that 20. So That's what I heard, talking to some people. Take that as you want it. And that's sort of it for my summary of ships from CitizenCon. There should be a load more information about ships coming out the next few days, and I may cover these ones in a bit more focused detail if a lot more information comes out about them, but I'll also be covering the anniversary sale every day, and we'll probably touch on these when they go on sale with their actual prices. But what do you think? Are you excited by a bigger mining ship coming in 3.8, or the Pisces straight to flyable, or are you saddened by the delay of those ships like the Carrack in 3.8 being spread out over the next quarter? February for the Carrack. I mean, it's disappointing. Only another couple of months. I did want the Carrack though. I am disappointed by that, but it looks amazing in the gameplay demo, so I am excited for it still. Do you think we will see even more new ships in the Anniversary Expo? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For November, it's for a Cutlass Black game package and CitizenCon 2948, last year's goodie pack. All you need to do for a chance of winning is comment on any of my videos made during November 2019. More details below. A quick bit of shilling as well. Shadow provide remote access to high-spec gaming PCs as a subscription service, so you don't need to maintain your own gaming PC. You can leverage the power of your internet to turn your phone, tablet, laptop, or home PC into a monster. They are taking pre-orders for their new hardware configurations, scaling for 4K gaming, up to 32 gigs of RAM, and a GeForce Titan RTX, which I am very much looking forward to playing Star Citizen on. Links below, and use the code BoredGamer to get a discount. I also use NordVPN, which I've decided to continue to support, as they appear to have one of the best VPN services currently available at an affordable price. If you're looking for a VPN, consider them. Links below. Thank you so much for watching my video to the end. If you would like to share my video, comment, subscribe, like, all that sort of jazz, ring the bell, that all helps content creators. Also, if you want to further support the channel even more, there's Patreon, there's direct donation, there's the YouTube join button as well, which gives you access to some more sort of like exclusive content from me. Thank you very much for watching. You take care, and I'll see you in the verse.